Hello, this is my story, EB, content warning for abuse. Elijah, Eli Brooks, also known as Blind Catboy, derived from his hatred of getting wet in his bright yellow eyes. Whatever caused the color of his eyes gradually affected his sight, till all he could see were blurry shapes and dull colors. Eli often got bullied for his appearance and behavior, since he wasn't like the other kids his age. He enjoyed the dark and small spaces, similar to a feline stray he made friends with once. When he was younger, he tried bringing the kitten into the house, and his drunkard of a father got so mad he hurt the both of them, and then threw the poor little kitten back outside to die. Eli hid that night, terrified for his friend, but his sister, Annabelle, sat with him all night, comforting him, till the two of them passed out. Elijah loved his older sister. She unconditionally helped and adored him ever since they were little kids. Annabelle was 5 years older than him, but she had to take the role of their mother from a fairly young age after their mom passed away in a car accident when Anna was just 8 years old. She hid all her tears and focused on taking care of Elijah with a big, bright smile. When he started school, Anna made sure to protect him from whatever she could, but when their dad one night had a little too much to drink and did something stupid, it ended up with them in foster care. While in foster care, they got pushed around house to house because the adults didn't want damaged property, that being a little scarred up blind kid, and since Annabelle refused to leave her little brother, they both got passed on a lot. There were a few nice people, but they always ended up passing them on for one reason or another, whether it was Elijah making friends with stray cats and that he was so messy, or that his older sister, who could easily leave him and have had an amazing life, but stood by her little brother regardless. By the time Anna turned 19, she had saved up the money from working part-time jobs wherever she could, partially to support her brother, but mainly to get her own apartment for the two of them. And with a bit of help, she managed to buy a cozy little two-person apartment and applied to be Eli's legal guardian. Elijah prayed for this day to come. He liked to pray about anything happening around him, to someone his mother told him about before she died, even though he was very young. The story is about a father of the underground and the deceased. He hoped his mom was there with him. Once he got older, Eli researched the god his mother taught him about, and he learned the name and the ways. In a way, afterwards, Eli started to worship him. That's all I have right now, and I'm hoping you liked it. It is a story that I've been working on for a few years. This is the most recent draft of it, which I'm expanding upon some of the stuff that I lacked in the original draft. And yeah, it's a story that I just can't stop, if you know what I mean. It's one that I feel connected to for some reason. And I mean, I love Eli. He's adorable when I was drawing him and stuff, so I don't think I'm ever gonna get rid of him. However, I do have the draft which has more of the story, more so explaining the cat drawing that I made, which is what the story is supposed to be about, so I'm gonna go get that. Okay, original EB time. Eli Brooks, also known as Blind Catboy, the name which came from his hatred of water and his yellow eyes. Whatever caused the color affected his sight until he was nearly blind. Eli would get bullied and hurt just because of his eyes, his big, bright yellow eyes. Anna was the only nice one to him. Annabelle, Anna for short, because it was easier for Eli to spell, was Eli's bigger sister. Every night Eli would pray to his believed God to fix his sight so he could be like the other kids and like his sister, normal. Eli and Anna's mother drowned when Eli was only 3 years old, leaving them with their father. Their dad wasn't the best. He died of a drug overdose on Anna's 10th birthday, at which time the two were sent to foster homes until Anna turned 18 and took 13-year-old Eli to live with her. 3 years had passed when one morning Anna went to wake Eli up for school, but he was gone. Instead of Eli waking up in his bed to the sound of his sweet older sister, instead he woke inside of a tree in front of his God. Eli thought it was a dream until he noticed he could see. He didn't want to blink because he was a Cyclops cathead. If he tried, everything would go dark.
Are you listening, child?
He heard a voice say. No, sorry, sir, replied Eli.
That's okay, child.
The voice continued.
What I was saying is, I heard your prayers, and I gave you eyesight. But, in return, I needed to take your body so that you could meet me. Your human body is being fixed, and you will be able to switch bodies. However, there is a price.
The god warned.
While in this body, you are known as Ebi, and you will help me rid the world of bad people, such as delinquents and criminals.
Eli nodded his head while saying yes, and excited for his newfound abilities.
Oh, one last thing, Eli.
His god spoke as Eli was about to leave.
Keep your yellow eyes safe. Now goodbye, my child.
Goodbye, sir. Thank you, and I will, said Eli as he returned home. That was the second draft I've ever made of EB, and it is a bit rough and doesn't make much sense, but it does get the point across of the story that my current rendition does not go over quite yet, because when I was writing the original draft, like I said, I was told that I need to go more in depth about some stuff, that being the foster care situation and stuff like that. So that's what I'm doing with the current rendition. So I haven't gotten to this point yet, and I'm currently working on who the god is. So, yeah. And have a good day.